Hello. Happy Wednesday. Well, actually, I'm so late with this video, it's almost Happy Thursday. But anyway, I'm here now. Yes, I've just finished off a cardigan that I was making for a friend and it's come out too small. I made her a smaller size than I'd made for myself because she's smaller than me. But it's come out too small. So I'm going to have to start all over again. Luckily, I've got another pack. So I'm going to start all over again. I've finished it off, but it's too small. Even with blocking, it will still be too small. So I shall be looking for a lady who's very slender, who wishes to buy a green cardigan. So I started again. On a larger hook this time. I don't know what happened because, you know, the other yarn I used for myself, which I still haven't shown you because I'm in the wrong room, the mannequin's in the other room. I'll show you tomorrow, I promise you. But it's, I don't understand why it came out too small. But of course, I don't do attention swatch. You know, big head doesn't do attention swatch. Anyway, what am I wearing today? I'm wearing a granny stitch down cardigan. Bog standard, millions of them all over Ravelry and all over YouTube. But I'm using actually some yarn that Daniel from Pawply Designs had sent to me. He sent me a few of these 25 grams or 20 gram skeins, mini skeins. So I used them along with some yarn that I already had. And I knitted the navy all the way through. I've shown it to you before. But it's the first time I've actually worn it. Surprisingly, a lot of people did like it at knit club today. Went to 2 knit clubs, yeah. So I've got the green beads because it's picking out the green in the cardigan. Yeah, anyway, what do I want to chat to you about? I've got little notes here. I feel like saying or singing, you know, when will I be famous? It just came to my head. I was watching somebody or other on YouTube, I can't think what. And, you know, they're a sweet young thing and everything they make. She makes the bucket hats and everything like that. And then she's packing them all up and she's saying, this one's been bought by so-and-so, this one's been bought by so-and-so. And I'm looking at the millions of, thousands of subscribers she's got. And I'm like, you know, I'm one of these people who's been waiting for about, well, I started crocheting when I was 13. So I've been waiting a long time to be recognised. I'm like one of these, you know, these overnight sensations that you see, singers or whatever, on the telly. And when you actually know the backstory, they've been singing for years, but just never had the break. And it sort of came to me, and I'm thinking, how do you get the break? You know, like to say to, like me, for example, to sell my crochet, all the people that I see and I look at and they're just like me kind of thing. But everything they crochet sells. And they're like, oh, just sold this. I'm just off to the post office to post this. And you're like, yeah, and when will it be my turn? So have you got any ideas on how you actually become famous? Please let me know. Yeah. You know, I've got dreams, aspirations. I've had them from being young. I wanted to be a fashion designer. You know, I wanted to go to art college until I discovered I couldn't really draw. And that was one of the sort of prerequisites that you actually went to art college, was the fact that you could actually draw something. There wasn't really all these courses like for fashion design and things around, you know, when I was younger. You took university courses or college courses in something more tangible, you know, like history, geography. Fashion designing kind of didn't come into it. I mean, now you can get degrees in tourism, and I even heard somebody had a degree in Coronation Street, which is so popular. If you're an American, you don't know it, yeah. I mean, lots of people have said to me, oh, advertise here, advertise there. I've done that, it didn't work, you know. Somebody did say do custom orders, which I think I've explained to you before. I get the custom orders for people who can't buy things anywhere else because they've got either extremely sort of big boobs or something like that, and they're huge ladies, or they've got mega long arms or something like that, and they always want something boring, you know. They never want anything, you know, remotely colourful like I like to crochet. I like to have, how can I put it, mental stimulation when I'm crocheting. You've probably noticed that with what I do actually make. I can't make a boring black cardigan, a boring beige cardigan. I can't do it. And especially if they're very, very large ladies. It's almost like, you know, sort of crocheting a blanket really, isn't it? Yeah. I'd love to be able to get into the, you know, that break that you need, that you get into. Like, I'm too old to do the boho festivals, you know, to go to places like Brighton, Glastonbury, or to go to these folk type festivals. A friend of mine, she doesn't do it anymore, but when she was younger, she used to go round to festivals, and she used to have a crochet tent. And she used to teach people to crochet for a small sum of money, of course. And she used to sell crochet hats, crochet bits and pieces, anything like that. She even went to a bearded festival, and her and her friend crocheted beards for people who didn't have a beard. They were wandering around with crochet beads on, you know. And she, you know, the boho tops, the different things like that. I would love to do that, but I mean, I don't drive anymore. I don't have any great friends who have transport who want to do the boho circuit, you know. Maybe I should be rich and move to Glastonbury or Brighton or somewhere that's very, very upmarket, yeah. Yeah. I'm still looking into a web page, but I do get people offering on here in the comment section, you know, we will do you a web page, but they want hundreds of pounds, and I'm not a business anymore. I just want to sell what I've got. I think I've mentioned it over and over again. I just want to sell what I have and maybe make one or two different pieces that I can sell in the future. I crochet a lot more than what I can actually wear, yeah. But I'm a bit picky about what I actually crochet and knit. I like to be inspired by what, you know, the bright colours or lovely things, whatever, yeah, that I see. And, you know, I see things in different places. Think, you know, Pinterest, another one. Think, oh, like that, like that. If I make it, but who would buy it, you know? I said before, I think a lot of people are frightened of colour. They're frightened of wearing anything that's a little out of the ordinary. You know, they like to stick with safety, safe things, safe colours, yeah. That's just not me. What else have I written down? Oh yeah, with a web page. Some people say, oh, you need a student, you need somebody who's some teenager who'd be grateful for a few pounds, you know, to make a web page for you. But sadly, I've never found anybody who has a teenager or a grandchild or anything like that who would be willing to do a web page for a small remuneration, you know. All I get is the people from India or somewhere that want to sell me a web page for hundreds of pounds, you know, which I haven't got hundreds of pounds to spend on a web page, I'll be honest, yeah. Right, what else have I done? Oh yeah, thank you, I've got a couple more subscribers. Thank you, thank you. My channel is growing by smidges. I have replied to everybody's, well, most people's comments. I think there's an odd one or two that's crept in today that I haven't answered yet. But most people I have answered, yeah. The only thing I bought today, well, I didn't buy it today, it arrived today, was a crochet hook. It had to come from all the way from America, yeah. It's Do you remember I said I couldn't find my 4.50 hook? It's a Susan Bates one. I couldn't get the one with the wooden handles, which are the ones that excuse the top of my head. I usually like using the ones with the bamboo handles. This one has actually been customised by Rosie, if you can see. She chewed all the end of it when she was a puppy. So, but I can only get the ones with the sort of soft. So I ordered this one, and then I thought, should have ordered two. So I ordered another one, but that one hasn't arrived because they were bought on different days. This one's taken about 3 weeks to arrive from America. And cost me an arm and a leg, but we're back onto the postage situation, aren't we? You know, the fact that everything costs so much to post. You know, so I should be looking, like I said, for a slender lady, hopefully in the UK, who's about a 32, 34 bosom and would like a green cardigan. Because I've had to start all over again. Luckily I had another pack of this wash and wear in this lime green. So I'm going to have to try to sort of make sure I don't need any more than these 10. That's why I did the sleeves, if you remember last time. Yeah, I did the sleeves to make sure that I would have enough to do the body work, yeah. And I just about made it because I only had a little ball left over from the 10. This is the problem with this one. This one, unless I can block it down, the sleeves are too short because I ran out of colours of this, you know, the mini skeins I had. I mean, I went to Knit Club today and, you know, nearly everybody, I love your cardigan, I love your cardigan, it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's the simplest cardigan in the world. It's one of those granny, you start off round the neck and just like have the 4 raglans. But as I said, there's absolutely loads and loads of patterns on YouTube or on Ravelry. Some are, they want to charge you a fortune for, but there are free ones about. The thing is, you can do them kind of in any yarn, anything, just so long as you get your neck and your raglans in the right places. Then you can do them kind of in anything, yeah. Oh, I had a lovely surprise the other day. I was watching Sheila. You know, Sheila's Knitting Tips and Other Things, is it called? No, Other Stuff. I never remember her title, so I wrote it down today. Sheila's Knitting Tips and Other Stuff. She mentioned me on her video. She said that she'd asked permission to use any of my photographs of what I've been making to put on her little... Every now and again she does little videos where people send her photographs in of what they've completed. And she does a little separate, like a slideshow. And she wants to include some of mine. Yay, yay, yay me. I've not had any offers for the sweaters I've got for, well, the tops I've had for sale so far. Everybody said, oh, they're lovely, oh, they're beautiful, but I've not had any offers for them. I've got the black one still, yeah, to show you. See, I won't be satisfied until I've bombarded you. Yeah, I've got so many things in the shed. I think the next thing I'll show you will be the festival tops, just in case. I know a lot of people who watch my videos are my kind of age group, so we're a little bit sort of past the festival stages, but we may have children or grandchildren that are still, excuse me, I haven't itchy nose, are still in the festival age group. Or maybe, you know, maybe you're like one of the oldest swingers in town, you know, you don't mind wearing a boho top in your 70s and 80s, you know. Sadly, I need a lot more support before I wear one of those, yeah. So I think that's all I actually had to tell you. Yeah, it is. It's always been a thing of mine, like, when I had the shop, I was okay, because anything I crocheted or knitted that was surplus to requirements or I made to sell, I used to put it in the shop window, and I can guarantee that within a week it would be sold. I don't know whether it's sort of magical that people see things in a shop window and it's kind of a different vibe than me going hey, look at this, what I've made. You know, maybe people trust things more when they're from a shop. I mean, in the good old days, Etsy was brilliant. I mean, I haven't tried Craftsy. I don't know whether you've ever looked on Craftsy. I mean, there's another one called New Monday or something, but I got told not to use that for various reasons I'm not going to go into. But, you know, you just don't know. Like I say, people have said Vinted won't work. Vinted, everybody wants everything for about £2. Similarly, eBay doesn't work for me. It works for Sheila, but then she only mostly sells, I think, baby things or notions pouches and bags and things like that. I haven't gone down that route of making notion pouches and bags because Sheila's doing very well with that, and I'm sure she doesn't want me muscling in on her market. So I have to think of something else, you know, that I can make that can be slightly profitable. Because as we were talking about pensions today at Knit Club, you know, that some of them are like me on the lower rate of pension, and we need to do something to not earn a big amount of money, but you know, a little bit of extra so you can buy more yarn or go and treat yourself to a new dress or a new pair of shoes, you know, and something like that. I mean, I've got a lovely pair of ankle boots and I took them off today and I thought, ooh, the sole's wearing a bit thin. I know there are shoe repairers somewhere, I've seen one somewhere, but I think it was when I went to Garstang. So it's a bit of a long way, isn't it, to take my boots to be repaired. They could do with a new sole because they're wearing a bit thin, you know. I know I don't do an awful lot of walking, but I still don't want to be showing a hole in my sole when I, you know, put my feet in the air. And their boots are so comfortable, you know, I doubt if I would get another pair. Yeah. When I went to Blackpool, well, the only time I think I've been to Blackpool, there was a nice shop there that was selling winter boots, but we did go kind of winter time. So I would have to go again when it gets more autumn, winter to see the ankle boots that they have there. Yeah. I mean, I think that's all I have to tell you. Usually I can ramble on for hours, you know. I've been on my own all week and talking to myself. It's been great, you know. They do say if you talk to yourself, you get the best answers, don't you? Because nobody disagrees. Although I can disagree with myself, you know. I'll say, what are you doing? Or something. Like I'm expecting the other half of my brain to answer. I'll say, Janet, what are you doing? Or, you know, I can't believe you've just done that. Today, for example, I lost my phone. Which is a bit awkward when you've only got a mobile phone and you're in the house on your own. And I thought, what am I going to do? I had it earlier on. Where have I put it? So I backtracked, you know, went in all the rooms I'd been in. And eventually I thought, I'm going to have to do something. So I went on Facebook and I actually messaged Nathan. If you come on the lives, you'll know who Nathan is. So I messaged Nathan and I said, Nathan, can you phone me? I can't find my phone. So he said, no problem. Anyway, he did. He phoned me. And what I'd done was, when I get out of bed, I leave the bed open, if you know what I mean, to let the bed air for a while I have my breakfast. And then I come back and then I'll remake the bed. But I must have put my phone down on the bed before I remade it. And remade over the top of the phone. So anyway, Nathan very kindly rang me and I could hear it ringing. I'm like, where is it? Ah, here it is. So I said to him, I can't believe I said I've, you know, made the bed over the top of the phone. And he said, oh, don't worry. He said, I'm always losing my phone. I mean, when I had a landline, I used to use my landline to phone my mobile to find out where it was. Maybe I should do a Sheila and make, like she did make for her friend Molly. She made her a little phone case that hangs round her neck. Maybe I should wear my phone hanging round my neck. But knowing me, I'd move forward and it'd go in the washing up water or something like that. I'd probably drown my phone. Because I'm, you know, lucky that way. Yeah. Yeah, she made one for her friend Molly, who's about 90, I think, that she goes to the bingo with. She made her a little, like a pouch thing to hang round her neck. Yeah. I have got a little bag, but it's not a crochet one. If you just excuse me 1 minute, I'll show you. But it's a bit bulky to hang around my neck. I bought it online thinking that it would serve that purpose. And it's very, very pretty. Very pretty. Got patterns on it. And although it does fit my phone, it's a little bit bulky to hang around your neck, isn't it? I suppose you could wear it as a crossbody, couldn't you? Keep your phone in it. But the button's a bit hard to undo, so by the time I'd done the button, it's all lined and everything. By the time I'd undone the button, it probably would have run off by then. So I think my phone actually does fit in it. I'll just try it, have a trial run. Oh, no, it's not tall enough. When I bought this, I had a smaller phone. My phone sticks up so it wouldn't fasten, the button wouldn't fasten. Could always move the button, you know, but lazy-itis. I'd have to cut the button off and sew it on again, wouldn't I? Suppose I could. If I was going somewhere and just taking my phone, I could do that. But I mean, I made that little notions pouch, didn't I? That's down here somewhere. And I think that actually fits my phone. Maybe I should make another one and put a handle on it. But really it needs to be that way, like the one that Sheila made, doesn't it? But then that wouldn't work, you see, with this, because the zip's down the side. I do have some material. I could actually make one like Sheila did. Lazy-itis again, lazy-itis. It's no wonder I keep singing, when will I be famous? In other words, Janet, no, you won't, because you're too lazy. Yes. I mean, people leave me lovely comments, and I do try to answer most of them. You know, everybody's very complimentary. Thank you very much. It does help to raise the morale, you know. People say I am cheerful and that. I do try to be cheerful because, you know, there's a lot of whingy videos, isn't there? You know, when you go on and people are like, oh, this, oh, that. I mean, today, for example, my back is... But do I want to make a video telling everybody that my back is going? No. I'll sit here and smile and pretend it isn't happening. I don't know whether you do that or not. You know, if you've got something wrong with you, you tend to think, I'll put it at the back of my mind, it'll go away. Obviously it doesn't, because if you've got a back like mine, it never goes away. But you know what I'm saying is, you try to think, it's like if you have a really, really bad cold. If you go around going, oh God, I've got a bad cold, oh I don't feel very well, you feel 10 times worse, don't you? Whereas if you rally round and think, right, no, I'm going to go out, I'm going to get some fresh air, I'm going to blow the cobwebs away, I'm going to do this, that and the other, you do feel a lot better actually. It's very rare I stay in bed. It has to be a really, really bad day if I stay in bed. You know, if I'm really having a woe-is me day. But then if I do that, I don't really inflict myself upon other people. I just take myself off. Have a solitary little sulk in the bed on my own, if you know what I'm saying. But some people do like an audience, don't they? You know, I'm not feeling very well, have sympathy for me. Did I tell you I wasn't feeling very well, have sympathy for me? I didn't get any offers for anybody to buy me the canal barge, the narrow boat. I was telling them at Nick Club they were all having a laugh. I said I'm still looking for the billionaire. And they were like saying, I think you're going to be, you know, thinking about it for a long, long time. Yeah. I mean, it is the lottery tonight. I haven't looked if I've won. But I think they would have let me know. You know, I think you're just hoping against hope, aren't you, Janet, there? Yeah, never mind. If you don't see me for a while, you know I've gone on a around the world cruise that I've actually, you know, won. If I send you a postcard from Barbados, you know, as I'm on my way around the world, you have a little short video saying, "Hi, Jan here, happy whenever, but I'm away." Oh gosh, we all wish we could win the lottery, don't we? It does keep you sort of buoyed up, the thought that you might just one day win, you know. Otherwise we wouldn't enter, would we, if we didn't think we had a chance of winning. You know, I keep saying they should have more winners for 1 million, rather than one winner for about 32 million. They could make 32 people very happy with 1 million, couldn't they? I'm not greedy. You know, I could do a lot with 1 million. Including me trip round the world on my cruise. That's on my bucket list, by the way. Somebody to buy me a narrowboat, that's on my bucket list. To get my passport, that's a doable on my bucket list, I suppose. And to go on a cruise, which I've never been able to do and probably never will. Yeah. And buy a new pair of boots. And I'm still looking for a nice pair of trainers that doesn't cost the earth. Yeah. I had a lovely pair of trainers. I think I bored you with this before. They must have gone into the wrong pile when I was sorting out to come here. I had a pile to keep, a pile to come, a pile to go to charity, a pile for the bin. And I think my trainers and my best sandals went in the wrong pile by accident, yeah. And they were really nice. They were trainers that didn't look silly with a skirt, because you know I wear a lot of skirts and dresses. And they didn't have, they had Velcro, because you know I can't do laces. I can't get down there to do the laces, yeah. I did go past a market stall on Tuesday that had like wannabe sketches, you know, the ones where you can just slide your feet in. I don't know whether the laces are kind of elasticated, but they had them in pink, grey and another colour, and I didn't fancy any of those colours. I wanted a more white or something lighter coloured, yeah. So I didn't bother trying them on. Wannabe sketches. I think they were advertised as looking like sketches or being like sketches. I think they advertised it. Oh, God, that made me jump then. I always try to stop my videos before that happens and it never works, does it? Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you all for, you know, my lovely comments. And I do try to answer them as much as I can, yeah. And if you've got any tips on how I can become an overnight sensation, a YouTube discovery, yeah, a designer, original, where my things, everything I crochet walks out the door, well, goes to the post office and walks out the door, just let me know. Answers on a postcard, but please don't say Vinted or eBay, because that doesn't work. And definitely not Etsy, because that doesn't work either. Yeah. So anyway, I'll probably speak to you tomorrow, you lucky people. Because I'm still on my own tomorrow. I think they're coming back, the family, on Friday. So I shall inflict myself upon you tomorrow. But I'll probably be back in my usual location, because it will be daylight and I won't have to have the light on. Anyway, bye for now.